G'day. Currently in the United States of America, there are over 4,500 non-native and invasive species living in natural ecosystems. This problem costs the US $137 billion and negatively impacts natural systems, agriculture, transportation, forestry, recreation utilities, and human health. These non-indigenous species have the potential to harm native ecosystems through competition, predation, habitat modification, and hybridization with native species. Invasive species, once established, are very difficult to eradicate. In this experiment conducted by Devaney, McNyson, Williams, Peterson, and Wiley, the aim was to develop an ecological niche model, or E&M, for 4 invasive carp species based on their native range, and then project them onto areas of North America which are at risk of establishment. Many of the redemption efforts of invasive species are too reactive, which means that the invasive species tend to establish populations before the threat is realised. E&M allows the potential geographic areas at risk of invasion to be identified before the introduction occurs. The 4 different carp varieties were the common carp, a long-introduced and well-established invasive species, tench, a introduced but less successful introduced fish, grass carp, a recent but successful invasive species, and black carp, a species currently being farmed as part of the US agriculture but has not yet become established in the natural ecosystem. The method of generating niche models with the experiments used was the evolutionary computing algorithm Agrc. Environmental data sets and georeference occurrence points from the species range were entered into Agrc. Points from the already invaded range were excluded from the model because the researchers were interested in the potential for E&Ms as a tool for assessing invasion threat before introduction. From this, Agrc learns the pattern of relationships between known occurrence points of the species and with random points sampled from areas where the species does not occur. The end result is a niche model which shows the potential spread of the invasive species. The results of this experiment show that their non-native range, all the fish have the potential to cover much of the surface of the United States. The map shows the E&M for common carp A and B, tench CD, grass carp EF, and black carp GH. The darker shading indicates the areas with the most potential for inhabitation. The model successfully predicted the areas which were already inhabited by common carp and grass carp. The models predict that tench should be successful in some parts of the US but have not yet been established. For this reason, maybe because of biotic interactions with other fish. The common carp have sped so much that their current range limits reach their modelled potential distribution area. Tench have been unsuccessful in establishing many areas deemed suitable. Similar constraints may affect black carp, but it's not certain that these unforeseen biotic or environmental interactions will stop the spread. E&Ms allow researchers to proactively assess the invasion potential of invasive species. Black carp could pose a threat to the US. Those in charge of such introductions should pay attention to ecological niche models as a useful tool in achieving an effective strategy to limit potential negative impacts by invasive species. Thank you.
Well done.